Have you ever watched a horse in its natural state? They're magnificent creatures who never question their right to exist exactly as they are. They don't apologize for taking up space. They don't exhaust themselves trying to make the rest of the herd happy. They simply are. Now, when was the last time you felt that free, that unapologetically yourself? If you're like many of my clients, it's been a while. Maybe so long you've forgotten what it feels like to trust your own instincts, to say no without guilt, and to exist without constantly scanning your environment for others' needs. I'm Lynn Carpenter of Blissful Heart Coaching. After years of working with both horses and humans, I've discovered something profound about people pleasing. It's not just a habit. It's a survival strategy we learned in childhood. And while it once served us well, it's now keeping us trapped in a cycle of exhaustion and self-abandonment. So many of us start people-pleasing in childhood when we learn that our safety, love, or acceptance depends on being good. Maybe you had a parent with unpredictable emotions and you became hypervigilant, always reading the room to fly under the radar. Perhaps you learned that conflict meant losing connection to those you loved, so you became the peacemaker. Think of a young horse in the wild. They're born with natural instincts about when to approach and when to create space. When we partner with horses through good horsemanship, we honor these instincts to create trust and connection while respecting their authentic nature. But as humans, we often lose touch with our instincts. We learn to silence our inner wisdom, push down our true feelings, and say yes when everything in our body is screaming no. The price of this pattern is high. While horses remain true to their authentic nature in the herd, humans often lose themselves in a web of social expectations and people-pleasing. We become emotionally exhausted from carrying everyone else's feelings, disconnected from our own needs and desires, trapped in a cycle of resentment and guilt, afraid that without our helping role, we'll end up alone. But here's what's fascinating. When you watch a horse in a herd, they maintain clear boundaries while staying deeply connected. They don't compromise their authentic nature to be accepted. They know that a true connection doesn't require self-abandonment. The journey back to your authentic self begins with a simple truth. You were never meant to silence your spirit. Like the horses that show us what living authentically looks like, you can remember who you are beneath the people-pleasing patterns. Watch how horses interact with their herd. They express their needs without apology, set boundaries while maintaining a connection with their herd, honor their natural rhythms of giving and receiving, trust their instincts about when to engage and when to step back. As you begin to reclaim your authentic self, something remarkable happens. Following the wisdom of horses, you remember how to trust your inner wisdom, express your truth without fear, and set boundaries with clarity and compassion. Find joy without waiting to deserve it. And when you start showing up as your true self, some relationships will deepen, while others may fall away. I know that will feel painful. Feel your feelings and recognize that this is creating space for authentic connections that match who you are as your authentic self. Your journey back to your true self is unique, and understanding your specific people-pleasing pattern is the first step toward that change. That's why I'm working on a special quiz to help you discover your people-pleasing pattern so I can help guide you back to your authentic self. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to be the first to know when the quiz launches. Like a horse who never questions its right to be itself, your authenticity is waiting to be expressed. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to perfect it. You only need to rediscover it. Until next time, trust your inner wisdom. It's been there all along.